Good morning, my fellow light beings. Welcome to Miami, Florida. We have recently moved and I have been enjoying this balcony, so I wanted to share it with you. Let's go ahead and do a nice gentle morning balcony flow together. We'll go ahead and start at the top of our mat, standing in mountain pose, taking the feet just underneath the hips, spreading the toes wide, settle into the pads of the feet, soft bends in the knees. Maybe start to roll into the joints a little bit. I like to just gently wake my body up. Nice, rolling into the knees, the shoulders, maybe start to get the neck into this, and then we can really work to bring in the whole spine. Kind of doing this standing, rolling, cat-cow, snake-like motion. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and take our arms into this now, still doing the cat-cow with the spine lifting through the tailbone, arching through the back, and then curling the tailbone, rounding. Beautiful. And then keeping the body more isolated, centered and still, we'll just roll the shoulders, bringing the arms into a big circle, going one direction, and then the other. And then we'll inhale, lift our arms up nice and tall, support your back with your tailbone, chin gently lifts, keeping the back of the neck long, and then exhale, soft bend in the knees as you swan dive forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, press into your feet, strengthen your back by really pressing into your hips, and then lift with the flat back up. And then exhale, soft bend in the knees, back down. We'll do that a couple more times. So forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Strengthening, pressing into the feet, widen the hips, strong back, lifting the arms. Inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, lift halfway, nice and long and strong. We're really engaged in the legs. My tailbone is lifted. Hips are stretching apart. Let's take a couple rounds of breath here. Feeling into the hamstrings. If you put a micro bend in the knee, that will allow you to lift up through the hips and stretch your hamstrings. And then exhale, fold, planting the hands. We'll go ahead and step our right foot back, setting that right knee down. Inhale, lifting the arms up. A little lunge here, really stretching through those hips, maybe a gentle back bend. And then exhale, straighten that front leg as you bring your arms down. Micro bend in that front knee. I'm still tugging on the flesh of the heel. Inhale, lifting the arms as you shift forward. And exhale back, moving with the flow of your breath. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful, and then we'll inhale up to hold. One more round of breath here. Exhale, send the hips back, framing that front foot once more. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward as you bend your knee, coming into more of a low lizard lunge, allowing everything to drop on the inside of that left foot, hugging the left foot into your shoulder. Exhale, if you'd like, you can play with dropping that left foot or left knee out, opening your left chest up towards the sky. And then exhale, close it up. Walk that foot back in, step it back. Now you're in a gentle cat-cow tabletop position. Beautiful. And we'll tuck the toes, coming into a plank or supported plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhale, lower. Resting back to our first downward dog. You can take your feet as wide as your mat for the first one. Really bend your knees and then plug your shoulders down your spine, lengthening the top of your scalp back towards your hands. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more rounds of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. And we'll walk those hands back, or feet back together. Slowly walking your feet back up towards your hands now. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Press into your feet, engage your hips, strong back. Inhale, lifting the arms up overhead, standing up, gentle back bend if it feels good for you. Exhale, mountain pose. Beautiful. Then inhale, lifting the arms up once more. Exhale, soft bend in the knees as you swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Oh, we got a beat. And then exhale, plant your hands. This time we're going to step the left foot back into a low lunge. Sweeping these arms up, keeping the hips square, pressing forward, lifting through the chest, broadening the collarbones, letting the shoulders drop. Inhale here. Exhale, send those hips back, lengthening through that leg, keeping a micro bend in the knee, tugging on the flesh of the heel. Inhale here. And then exhale, swift through, bringing the arms up. Exhale, swinging back. So just moving at your own pace. We don't want to be ahead of our breath or behind our breath. We're holding our breath. The whole point is to move fluidly with our breath. And then inhale, reaching those arms up. We'll hang here for a little while. Squaring off those hips. Feeling nice and strong and supported, so that way there's not much effort in the shoulders, neck. And then exhale, lengthen that front leg, set your hips back. Breathe. You can always play with pointing or flexing your foot, even rotating the foot in or out. It might change and what feels good depending on what's going on with you. Perfect. And then now we'll just walk our hands forward, bending that front knee, coming more into like a lizard lunge. So just hanging out wherever you are here. I've been doing so much traveling and unpacking, packing. I've not been really on my yoga practice lately, so my lizards and things aren't looking the way I'd like them to, but that's not the point of yoga. So we're working with our body. Inhale. Exhale, we'll go ahead and take that right knee back to meet our left. Hands come under shoulders. Inhale, lifting into cow. Exhale, cat. Nice flat back. And we'll take our legs out into a plank or modified. I'm still working on healing my toes, so we're going to go modified. Inhale, up to cobra. Long back of the neck, no crunching going on. Exhale, lower down. Press back, downward dog again. You can take it nice and wide, maybe just bring it in a half step or full step on each side. Bend those knees, plug the shoulders down the back. Really lift the hips back and away from the scalp as you reach your scalp towards your hands. Engage in the fingers, grip the earth, breathe. And then we'll go ahead and step our left foot into the middle. Inhale, reach our right leg up, keeping those hips square. Exhale, curl knee to nose. Inhale, open. This time take your knee open, but keeping your shoulders square towards the earth. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, take it open, but keeping the shoulders square towards the mat. Exhale, left knee to left, right knee to left elbow, twisting. Inhale, backing up, bending that knee, nice knee opener here. Exhale, curl knee to nose. And then lower that knee to the outside behind your right wrist, walking your left leg back, coming into strong pigeon here. So we're not resting into this yet. I'm actually lifting my hips up, sending my left hip forward, my right hip back, pressing into the legs. Everything is really strong, so much that I can lift my arms off the ground, maybe a gentle back bend. Exhale, sink just a little bit more into this. And we won't stay too long because it's not the end of our practice. We'll go ahead and take that knee back, press into our downward dog, and just breathe for a moment. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and walk that right foot into the middle of the mat. Inhale, left leg rises up, nice and square. Exhale, shift forward, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen, backing up. Exhale, shift forward, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lengthen, backing up, but take that left hip open now, pressing out through that knee, but my shoulders are still facing my mat. My body is square on to the ground, so I'm not twisting open. And then exhale, curl left knee to right elbow, twisting through. Inhale, taking that knee backing up. Exhale, curl knee to nose once more. And then slide that knee down the left wrist, walking that right leg back just a little, keeping it in close enough to square off the hips, finding strength, pressing into the legs. Inhale, lifting the arms up, always making adjustments if you need. And then if you want, exhale just to lower into this for a moment. Placing the hands down, go ahead and take that foot back, pressing into downward dog. Nice, pedal out your feet. And coming to a nice settled point here, inhale. Exhale, set your knees down, gentle cat-cow. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and lower back into child's pose. You can rest your forehead down. I like to shift my hips side to side and allow my forehead to gently rock along my mat. And then coming to center, pausing here. We'll go ahead and inhale, coming to sit up onto our knees. Go ahead and sit to the side of our mat and take our right leg out to the right corner and our left foot up into the right thigh. Making sure that both hip bones are sitting on the earth. We'll inhale, lift our arms up. Exhale, we're going to take our right hand to our left waist and our left hand to our right knee, ankle, or foot. And then inhale up. Exhale, left hand comes to right hip. Right arm comes over, opening the heart towards the sky. And we'll do that a few more times. So now I'm going to reach right hand to left hip, left hand to right knee, ankle, or foot. Inhale up and twist. Sometimes I like to play with really pushing through the heels of my palm, really engaging the fingers. They're all part of the body too. Beautiful. And then we're going to hold on this last one here. Breathe. If you're holding on to your foot, you can play with pointing and flexing that foot, really grounding that left hip down. Breathe. If you have a strap, this is a good time to use it as well, so then it will just pretty much make it like your foot is closer to your hands. Beautiful. And then we'll inhale, other direction. Breathe here for just a moment. Beautiful. Opening out. Nice. So then I'm going to close off my hips to this leg here. I'm going to forward fold and try to slide the outside of my opposite hand of whatever leg is forward to the outside of that foot, ankle, or knee, whatever feels good for you. And then we're going to take that left hand behind us. Inhale, lift those hips. Oh, stretch it back. Exhale, lower, and reach. We'll do that a few more times. And once more. And hold here and breathe. One more round. Exhale, set it down. Reach and breathe here. See if you've gotten more space than you had before to reach. And again, you can play with pointing and flexing, rounding, or flat backing. Find something that works, that feels good, where you're getting that good stretch, and just breathe. Slowly sit up. Nice. So we'll go ahead and turn to just face the whole side again. Feet together, knees wide. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Cat, cow, while seated. One more round. Inhale it up. Exhale, take that left leg to the left corner of the mat now. Right foot comes into that inner thigh. I like to lift the flesh out from underneath my hips so that way they're sitting nice and even on the earth. Ah, such a beautiful view. What do you guys think of this wonderful Miami view? Do you want to see more of it? Awesome. So now we'll go ahead and inhale. Exhale, take that left hand to the right hip as you reach your right hand over to your left foot, ankle, calf, knee, or thigh. Notice if this side is a little bit tighter than the other side. And then we're going to stretch open into the opposite direction. Exhale, moving back. Inhale, right hand to left hip as left arm comes over. Exhale. Notice if you get more space each time as things open up. So we're working to break up what's called fascia, 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 if you want to Google that. It is responsible for pretty much all of your chronic pain, all the knots and tension in your body. I'm going to break it up. Okay, so now we're going to hold here and breathe. Oh wait, no, one more second. Open up here, hold and breathe. So our heart is lifted. I really feel the stretch like on the top of my left thigh and left hip. Actually, it's kind of weird. Nice. One more breath. Exhale. Now we're going to reach through and hold here. So again, you can play with pointing and flexing that foot. If you happen to have a hold of it, you can still play with pointing and flexing even if you're holding your knee or your calf or you're just arm in the air. Again, just helps to break up that fascia even more.
Kitty is still getting used to how close we are to the planes. They look like giant hawks to him, I'm sure. Nice.
You fall, and then we'll inhale, lift it up. And then now closing the hips off to face that left foot. Again, always make sure my hips are even and both on the earth evenly as well. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, take the outer edge of my opposite hand of the leg that is extended, and then reach through with a flat back as much as possible. I'm not trying to push anything or go extra far. I'm just seeing where I'm at. This is my first time. Cool. Right hand comes back behind me. Inhale, lift those hips. Exhale, set it down. Reach through. Whoa, I feel like I already got farther. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press through. And then this time we're going to lift and hold. And breathe. Nice. And then set those hips down, reaching through. Flat back, flexing or pointing your foot, discovering what's good for you. Breathe here. Once you find settled into something that feels like a nice stretch. Inhale, slowly sit up. Now we'll take both of our legs nice and wide so they're reaching out to their respective corners. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, gently round. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. And then now we'll slowly start to walk our body forward. If you happen to have any blocks around, feel free to grab one. I'm staying nice and engaged. Again, play with pointing, flexing, what feels good for you. If you're a gymnast, they'll just tell you to point your feet. But maybe you want to flex them now, because you're not in gymnastics. You're in yoga, and it's about you and connecting with your body. So just breathing here, allowing everything to get nice and settled. I have my massage gun with me. I'm just going to use it. If you happen to have one, go for it, use it. But especially where I feel extra tension when I'm in the poses, I like to massage those muscle and tendon areas, because then I think that it helps to break it up like that much more. And this is all like groin tendons. It's like trying to overforce your splits, or if you do a lot of sitting, like driving or working at your desk, or using a lot of those adductors, which is the muscles on the inside of your legs that help bring your legs together. You add them together. Adductors. And so yeah, they can be really tight. But just breathe into any areas of tension that you might have if you don't have a massage gun. Nice. And then we'll slowly inhale to sit up. And then before we move our legs, we're first going to bend our knees. You can help to bend your knees by just lifting them up. That takes all the strain out of your groin. So when you just go to move your leg, you're not going to like overextend anything. And then I like to even rock back a little bit more and bend my knees into my belly, coming into a nice little tuck. I like to kiss my knees. Thank you, knees. They do so much for us. They help us walk, run, play, lift, stand, squat. So it's good we show them some love. Now we'll go ahead and come together into one more nice little child's pose. If you want, you can bring your knees together as well. And just breathe. Breathe into your upper back, softening down and breathing into your mid-back. Mid-back softens into the low back, breathing, softening down into the hips. Okay, so slowly lift our gaze up, sliding our hands under our shoulders, and then you can lay onto your back, setting up for a bridge pose. So the feet right underneath the knees. You don't necessarily have to reach your heels depending on the proportions of your body. I like to really tuck my shoulders underneath my spine before I even start the lift. Excuse me. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower. So we'll do that 4 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Squeezing through the bottom as you press up, and then releasing and stretching the hips wide as you inhale. And then 1 more time, I think. This is it. Hold here at the top and breathe. Press into your toes while pulling through the heels. And then exhale. Lower your hips, stretch them wide down towards your heels. Set the back. Then I like to curl my neck into my chest, clasping my hands behind my neck. We'll go ahead and walk our shoulder blades away from our hips. So I'm going to, just like I take a step, lift my left shoulder blade and reach it further down my mat. Inhale, lift the right shoulder blade and reach it further down. So we're just going to kind of walk our spine nice and long out of our hips. Trying to keep your hips where they are, and as far as you can go, we'll go ahead and settle our spine back down. Can let the feet come together, knees wide, either supporting or resting your hands on your knees or thighs. Just breathe. Beautiful. And we'll start to gently rock side to side. And then that will start to pick up your knees, so your feet. Oh, pardon me. Feeling good after the stretch. Or your feet are flat on the earth now. We're going to press into our feet to lift our hips. Set them over to the right. And then bring our knees into our chest. If you'd like, you can do an eagle cross as much as comfortable for you, or just keep your knees how they are and drop them over to the left. But you can do half eagle, full eagle, or just stacked. Stretching those arms out nice and wide. Oh, let your body take up some space. And then settle into wherever you're at, wherever feels good. Breathe into your whole body. Exhale as you start to let everything go. Release your toes. Release the bind in your legs. I mean, you're still bound, but you're not squeezing physically. You're just resting your hips. Let your belly soften, your ribs soften. Your shoulders, your neck. Beautiful. Then we'll go ahead and reach our right arm across our body. And you can rest your head on your left arm, just coming into a nice side fetal position. Feels good. Breathing here. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, we'll roll onto our back, unwinding the legs. Getting everything back to center.
Maybe walking the shoulders out of your spine, out of your hips once more. Oh, excuse me. All sorts of yawns today. Settling down, we're going to press into our feet. Lift the hips, set them over to the left. And now bring our knees into our belly. You can keep your knees just as they are, or half wrap or full wrap. Eagle in the legs and dropping them over to the right. Like to lengthen out the spine and really open through the arms, creating this nice big wingspan. This shoulder, for me, tends to be pretty tight, especially in this front, like lat area. If you don't have a massage gun, you can still kind of work away the fascia by really engaging this arm and shoulder and just finding different ways, nice and slow and mindfully, to move it and twist to just try and help break up the fascia. Also, just settling and relaxing down. And then when you're ready, your left arm will come over to the right side, resting your head on your right arm. In the fetal position here, if you're bound, you can unbind and just stay here. We'll rock back to center. Again, if you want to walk those shoulders out of your hips, we'll go ahead and take our knees into our chest, give a nice squeeze, and let everything rock side to side, including your head and neck. And coming back to center, pulling through for a little happy baby. Taking those legs straight, or out wide. Make a big smile like you're a big happy baby. And knees together, curling up once more. We'll inhale out for Savasana. Savasana in the sky. Breathe into your whole body. Exhale out all tension, all worries for the day. Just breathe in peace, calm, collectedness. Trust in your body, your mind, your spirit. Trust your intuition. Thank your intuition for speaking loud enough for you to hear, to guide you through your day, helping to make the best decisions for you and the world. Start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. Start to pet a kitty if he's close by. Take the arms overhead. A good morning stretch, pointing through the toes, flexing back through the heels. We'll go ahead and roll to one side. And then slowly make our way up to sitting. How beautiful and fun. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Miami morning. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. Let me know if you'd like to see more of those videos or if you have any requests for specific types of videos. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Like, subscribe. Just send me a love note. I love you. Namaste.